Hey everybody, Michelle with Athlete Prospect Buzz, and I wanted to give a shout out to Tyler Gillis. He just showed up a roster. I know if you guys probably saw it on Twitter. He showed up on the roster for Georgia State University. So proud of you, man. Keep grinding hard and keep your head up. Stay focused, and big things will come to you. So proud of you, Tyler. And so today, what I was going to talk to you guys about is, so the Nike opening has commenced today, and they are, what was interesting is I saw this video. It's on their Twitter. I wish I could do, I don't know how to do the live. I got to figure out how to share screen here. But they have the video they use to market it, promote it. And it was pretty cool. I liked it. It had Jerry Rice on there. It had Deshaun Watson. It had, who else? I think Dre Bly was on there. And a few other people. But I'm not a professional, football person, but I know some of those people. But there was others on there. And they talk about how, and you guys can go to Twitter and go to the opening. You can see it. But they talk about the one thing that stood out to me was, and it was motivational. And towards the end, they were like, F, they said F, and they said the word and bleeped it out, F the stars. So this was my thing, is like, and I'll talk about this in another one about how to get the stars and rankings and if that's important to you. But what was interesting is, they're saying F the stars, but my take on it is, I looked at the roster, and ironically enough, everybody on the roster has 3, 4, and 5 stars, except I saw a few 2020s that didn't have stars. But I mean, that's not unusual for a 2020 not to have stars, because they're just, typically there are 2020s, but that's not unusual. So with that being said, I was like, okay, what is the emphasis behind this? Based off of my experience, things that I've, heard, read, interviewed through coaches and interviewed some of the media guys, that, what's the purpose behind this, right? What's the purpose behind the opening? Now, I believe it's like super, super cool media thing. It's like an opportunity for, these kids to come out. You've been grinding, working hard, and you come out and showcase. And so you're showcasing your skill set. It's a big media, hype thing. And so with it, hey Zen, how you doing? But with it, it's like, they get the swag, they get, additional media exposure, and how, after, again, like my experience and going back and looking and seeing, what the, how they evaluate it, right? So I've been told that they evaluate it based off of, you have to attend one of their Spark Combine camps, okay? And then which I told you, now this is, if you're looking for media exposure, this is it. Like this is one of the biggest ones you can, get into, is the opening. But you have to go to one of their combines, and then the other way that they assess it is through your film. Now, I do know at one point in time, I remember seeing something that there was where as a coach, you could go and submit their information. So I'm sure the high school coaches are, probably putting in nominations and so forth. So, but I do know that you have to attend one of their combines, and then, you do well at one of the combines. You're one of their top Spark scores, have a high score, then, obviously you're going to be top of their, invite list. Not obviously not a guarantee, but, that's a good way to get noticed and get it on there. A lot of the kids that I saw on the roster were already committed somewhere to big time schools. think Oklahoma was the biggest, had the most commits on there. And then, you know, there's the Alabamas, the LSUs, Notre Dame. There was, I do believe I saw, like, I know UNC had one on there, Emory Simmons. He just committed to UNC as a wide receiver. And let's see, there was some Mississippi State, and Illinois. So, and then there were a lot of kids that are uncommitted. But, you know, I think it's super cool. I've known a couple of kids that have gone. They had a blast. And I think the kids just love it so much because of all the awesome swag that they get. There's some pretty cool stuff. Just go out to the Twitter, the opening. But with that being said, so I guess, you know, one question that's going to come to mind for people is, how much stock do coaches put into these kids that they see on here? I mean, honestly, 2019, I think we've talked about this before, most of the kids are already, most of the schools already have their fill of 2019 kids by now, right? And there was very few 2020 kids on there. But how much stock do they really take and invest in? I mean, I'm sure they might see a kid on there, and if they have an opening for a position, they might take some stock in it. But I've been told by, you know, a couple of coaches that, you know, little to none. So I wouldn't focus on the opening being an avenue for you to solely focus, like not let that be the higher percentage of why you're doing it or trying to have that goal. Personally, I feel like this whole, when you deal with the Nike Combines, the Rivals, the Under Armours, when you deal with that kind of stuff, it's really for media. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you need to nurture your media side, your PR side too, okay? So don't get me wrong, that needs to happen. I feel like it does. You know, some kids are just like, bump it, whatever. But there is a whole thing that I cover inside of my training about public relations and how important it is, and learning how to market yourself in the eyes of the media and of the fans, and the perception of who you are as a well-rounded athlete and person and student. So it'll carry you on up to the next level if you want to play after college too. You know, it all follows you. And these are things that you get evaluated in the NFL too, you know. So yeah, I just want to touch base. The opening is live. I will post inside here also the URL for the video. Again, it's pretty cool. Go check it out. And don't forget to follow me, guys. I'm on Twitter, the Twitter is Prospect Buzz. And the YouTube, I'm going to be posting a video today, uploading about more about the recruiting process. You have to go check it out to see what the topic is. And but I just want to do a really quick video today about the Nike opening, since it was timely and it kicked off today, and it'll be going through July 3rd. So, all right, guys, have a great Saturday, and I will talk to you guys soon, or be back to talk to you soon. Bye.